Michelangelo holds a special place in my heart. I think since I first saw his art, I was just mystified. He ranks highly as one of the greatest artists in the Western tradition in any medium, whether, as we would say, Bach or someone else in another art form. He is a towering figure in the visual arts in the West. And I just think it speaks to what we do here, which we choose the most excellent of artists or thinkers and we take them very seriously. So Michelangelo seemed like the perfect choice as someone that caliber to study at the college. The Sistine Chapel, which is one of Michelangelo's masterpieces, has very detailed representations of the Bible. We have the creation story, we have the book of Genesis, the creation of man, we have the story of Noah. And it's very interesting to have a conversation with his visual representation of those texts that we have discussed here and to have that conversation happen. Also, we have interested in bringing up the classical tradition. So there are the Sibyls from the pagan world as well as the prophets. And so there's this synthetic drive in Michelangelo's art that really speaks to a lot of what we do here at the college. Well, we first started looking at a sculpture that he made when he was very young, probably 17 years old, which is the Battle of the Centaurs. It's this beautiful sculpture. And already there you can see a career that is coming. It's all the motifs, his interest in the human body, his interest in motion. It's all there. But recently we've been very, very struck by the Pietà, which is in the Vatican, as another masterpiece, and he was again very young. So those have been some of the highlights. We will start looking at David today, and I'm sure we will have a lot to say. I think the class has been really wonderful experience. I'm learning a lot from my students. Many of them are visual artists themselves, so they bring forth an extra sensibility to the visual component of our discussions. And so I am not a visual artist, so I'm learning a lot from them. And we're all learning from each other. A very holistic picture of who Michelangelo was as an artist and his innovations in the history of art. We're also reading a biographer of his, Giorgio Vasari, and he is perhaps one of the first people doing art history as we know it as a discipline. That's also part of the course. We're becoming art historians alongside studying Michelangelo, and it's going very well. People seem to not be able to stop talking about the art when it's just in front of us, so that's great. I think the visual arts are important here at the college, and we used to study them more formally, but now they are kind of coming up in preceptorials. I'm doing one this time on the art and the work of Michelangelo.